Third grade, it's Mrs. D'Amico here, and today we're going to finish up Unit 3 of Fundations with our Day 5 lesson and our Unit 3 assessment. Before we do that, let's practice a few things and get ourselves ready. Repeat after me. A apple a safe a wash a squash I itch I pine you up you mule you rule ed Pete o octopus o home o. Nice work. Okay, before we take our Unit 3 assessment, I want you to take a look at this board behind me. I have syllable parts, the beginning syllable on the left side and the ending syllable on the right side, and we're going to match. So we have stam, cat, ab, and and over here we have nip, peed, pyre, and scent. Who knows what we're going to draw? Stam should go with what other syllable to make a real word? Right, stampede. So I'll draw a line to connect those. How about cat? Cat should be connected with catnip. Right. What about ab? Absent. If you're absent from something, you're not present. You're not there. How about last word is Right, umpire. Nice work. Next, we're going to take these words that we just matched and we're going to mark them as a last bit of practice. Okay, here I have all 4 of those words that we just matched. Repeat after me. Stampede, catnip, absent, umpire. All right, let's practice really quickly how to mark these words. Remember, these are all multisyllabic words. So we're going to scoop the syllables first. Which letters should I scoop together in a syllable for stampede? Right, stampede. Make sure you draw your scoops on your assessment very clearly so we can see what your syllables are. Now let's mark the syllable types. Stam, what kind of syllable? Right, closed because that's a short vowel closed in by that M. Put a breathe. How about peed? Do you see that vowel consonant E pattern? That's a vowel dash E syllable. So we need a macron, and sometimes I forget to cross off the silent E. Make sure you don't do that today. All right, let's go down here to catnip. What are my syllables? Cat and nip. Both syllables are what kind this time? They're both closed. So our vowels are short. We need the breathe. How about absent? Where are my syllables? Right between these 2 consonants. Absent. What kind of syllable type? Closed for ab and right, closed as well for scent. Absent. Last one, umpire. How am I breaking that word apart? Right, pyre. Good. Is what kind? Closed. Get your breathe. How about pyre? Vowel, consonant, E. Right. So I need a macron over that long I and cross off that silent E. Very nice work. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and get serious and take our Unit 3 assessment for Fundations. So get out your composition book, please. And the page that you need to flip to is page 64 and 65. Again, that's page 64 and 65. And at the top of 64, you want to make sure you have the correct date, whatever date that is. And then test for unit number, please put a 3 right there. Page 64 and 65. Okay, at the top of page 64, look in your sounds row and find the number 1. The first sound I want you to write is A. Say it. A. Now, you may have learned other vowels that say A, but remember for Unit 3 in 3rd grade, you just need the vowel consonant E combination. So which one of those says A? Write it next to number 1. Pause if you need more time. Okay, number 2, your second sound is Z. Say it. Z. Go ahead and write it. Okay. Number 3, your sound is U. Say it. U. Go ahead and write it. And number 4, your sound is oo. Say it. Oo. Very good. Okay, now we're going to move down to the sound-alike words. Okay, your first sound-alike word is plain. Say it. Plain. Here's your sentence. I am going to New York by plane. Which plane did you hear me use in that sentence? I am going to New York by plane. Okay, number 2. Missed. Say it. Missed. I missed the spelling quiz. Missed. Number 3. Again, pause if you need more time to think or use your student notebook as a tool. You're allowed to do that. Number 3. Mist. There is mist in the foggy air. Mist. And number 4. Plain. That is a plain shirt. Plain. Okay, your next section is for our words. We have 5 words. Okay, and all of these words, you had in Unit 3, we had some vowel-E syllables. We also had multisyllabic words like what we practiced before the test. So you're going to spell the words first and then mark them. Okay, for numbers 1 through 5 in your words section. Your first word is choke. Say it. Choke. You need to chew your food carefully so you don't choke. Choke. Remember, spell it first and then mark it. Choke. Okay. Word number 2. Exhale. Say it. Exhale. When you breathe out, you exhale. Again, spell the word exhale and mark it. They should be following the patterns that we've learned in Unit 3. Pause the video if you need more time. Okay, number 3. Your word is reptile. Say it. Reptile. A reptile has scaly skin. Reptile. Reptile. Remember, spell it and mark it. Pause if you need more time. Number 4, confuse. Say it. Confuse. The teacher did not want to confuse us, so she read the directions again. Confuse. Confuse. Just be careful. None of these have suffixes. I didn't put this one in the past tense, so make sure that you don't put the suffix on there. Okay, number 5, your word is athlete. Say it. Athlete. I wish I could be a better athlete. Athlete. Spell the word and mark it. Athlete. Just make sure you're scooping all of the syllables and marking the syllable types. Okay. Now the last thing we are going to do are our sentences. So go on to page 65 now and get ready for sentence number 1. It is, Mr. Smith slipped on a rock inside the cave. Okay, I'll read it again. Mr. Smith slipped on a rock inside the cave. Check that word Mr. That's a high frequency word. That's a trick word. Mr. Smith, that's still part of his name. Slipped. That's a word that will count. Stretch it out. Think of our rules. Mr. Smith slipped on a rock inside. You should be able to get inside. Follow the rules. The cave. One more time. Mr. Smith slipped on a rock inside the cave. Please don't forget the important things about a sentence and then scoop it whenever you're confident. Okay? Sentence number 2, the last one. Dave has both a trombone, that's a type of an instrument. You should be able to spell that one right, though. Dave has both a trombone and a flute. Dave has both a trombone and a flute. Okay, both should be spelled right. That was a trick word. Trombone. Think of our multisyllabic words. Flute. Dave has both a trombone and a flute. All right, when you're confident that that sentence is following all the rules, scoop it up. All right, 3rd grade, that's all for today. Have a great one.